the last of our 4 swing flaws for today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about, it's a term called loss of posture. And to define that would be any significant alteration from our original setup angles. Once I get in the setup angle that I want to be in, and again that would vary a little bit depending on the club that I'm hitting. I have a 6-iron right here, and when I get into my posture and I set my posture at a particular angle, then it's my goal in the swing from there to maintain that during the backswing and through, not only through the backswing, actually through the impact of the ball, and then even past impact and well into the follow-through. You will change that angle to some extent after you've hit the ball and gone on through. But until that point, the goal would be to keep it in that same angle. One of the things I do when I'm teaching is I use a lot of video, and when I have a student up on the screen, I will actually draw a line that kind of runs right up through the student's, middle of the student's hip, right up through the ear. And what we look for on the backswing is that ear stays in that same position. If I stand up at all on the backswing, then I have lost my spine angle in this way, which is certainly far more common, but sometimes a person will actually lose their spine angle this way and the body will drop and it'll go down too much. So working on that is something that is extremely important in being able to make solid contact with the ball. If you don't maintain your spine angle, it's very, very difficult, and you have loss of posture. It's very, very difficult to consistently make solid contact with the ball. It's easy to either top the ball or hit it fat, hit behind it if you do that. It also requires probably more physical, being in better physical condition than probably some of the other things that we've talked about. If you have a core that's really weak, it's really easy for you to lose your posture on the way back. It's also if you have hips and also your glutes are not strong enough. So it's really important for that to keep in that posture to make sure that you have the muscle strength that will allow you to be able to do that. And so once you're aware of that, it's very important that you can swing the club back like as I'm doing here and be able to stay in the posture. Now you can see also that it's important that I don't lose my angles with my lower part of my body, which sometimes can occur, whereas this moves back on the backswing, the right leg maybe straightens out a little bit, or some loss of stability in the lower part of the body can also cause us sometimes to have a loss of posture. So what I'm going to do is to swing the club a few times. But before I do that, actually what I want to do is to also tell you that there's certain swing paths that can sometimes cause you to lose your posture. Let's just say you may have a pretty good posture on the backswing, but if you were to bring the club from the outside a little bit and the club's coming this way, automatically the body's going to want to rise up, because if you just continued on that path, you would stick the club into the ground. And even to some extent, if you got it back okay here and you got coming too far inside, then you sometimes will change your spine angle. So the path of the club can also have an influence on the whether you can maintain your posture or not. I'm going to make a couple of swings that would, a couple here which would be a loss of posture where my body's tending to rise up on the backswing, and then I'll make a swing or two hopefully and stay in the posture, and you can see a real difference in that. But as I set up to the ball to hit it here, and if I were to take it back on the backswing and then come up like that, it would be really difficult for me to make solid contact with the ball. I might dive back at it, but if I get up here and if I dive back at it, then of course I'm going to be probably sticking the club into the ground too much. So I'm going to go ahead and hit a shot now with the thought process of trying to stay in my posture, and that posture again is going to be maintained through impact, past impact, And then even at the finish of the swing, there's a little bit of a sense that the body still has an angle to it, because the fact that the ball's on the ground, we have to get the body in that position. So again, good setup procedure, everything in good position here. And you can see even at the finish of the swing that I'm still in that position to some extent. I should be able to hold my position at the end of the swing. Any loss of posture can also be, you can see loss of posture with balance. A person comes up this way, then the balance is going to be off, or anything that is not allowing you to stay in that posture. So remember, as far as for loss of posture, the body's really important. You want to make sure that you're strong enough when your core, your glutes, your hips in that area, that all that has to stay together to be able to swing the club back and stay in your posture. And that posture is maintained not only on the backswing, but it's also maintained through impact, and even at the very finish of the swing, you still should have a posture that will allow you to maintain your balance. I hope that helps you. We've gone through 4 of the most common swing flaws. If we can help you at all, we're at the Madison Golf Center. You come by and see us. I'm Billy Eastep, Jimmy Taylor, Mike Parrish. We'll be happy to see you. Thanks.